Hello, CMST 101. And for this self concept assignment, and the object that I chose to use was a football. And I know you think it's just a football, but really, to me, it's more than that. To have a little backstory on why this football means a lot to me. Well, this football was given to me on my last home game in Sunnyside football field. And what this football represents for me is half of my life. But before I describe all of the stuff that why this football means a lot and how it represents me, let me describe myself in 5 words. I know it's a lot to say because I feel like there's many more words to describe me, but what I came up with was I'm very hardworking, I'm a go-getter, I'm adventurous, I'm competitive, and I'm a comedian. I say I'm a hardworking person just because I feel like I come from a hardworking family that, came from field workers, and I feel like when I want something and, I feel like I will work hard for it. Just like, education or, if I want something, I'll go and find a job or something. I'm a go-getter. Like I said, when I want something, I like, doing it and making the first move. Also, I'm adventurous. I really love to travel. I know that I'm not able to do it as much, but when I am able to, I'm thankful. I'm very competitive. Anything I do, I'm competitive. Even when it's like dodgeball for PE or, football, I'm very competitive. Like in the field, I'm a different person. Also, like when it comes to even video games, I'm freaking competitive. Even if I'm playing like a little kid, I still like don't like to lose. I'm a comedian. I really love joking around with my friends. I feel like, when you're able to laugh about yourself or being able to, laugh, it's just a really nice thing. What describes my personality? Well, I say I'm very energetic because I really like to be involved in things. Like I said, I'm a go-getter. I'm energetic just because I don't really like being home. And, that's something that, that can describe my personality. I'm very mellow at times too. Sometimes I really, I just want to stay home and, just lay down and watch movies and stuff. That's some days, not all the time. Also, I'm a good person to to go to for advice. I feel like I'm a person that I'm really able to listen to things, and I'm very honest about, the advice. If you're in the wrong, then we'll say that. And if you're right, well, I'll go with you, and be able to be there for you. I'm very blunt, to be honest, about things. That's why I feel like I'm very honest. What do I like to do? I really love sports. Sports has always been there all my life, and I really love playing sports. It's something that's going to be very hard to get away from. Even though I'm graduating from high school this year, I like playing video games. I like playing football, like Madden. I like playing 2K. I like playing Call of Duty. I'm a gamer. That's what I feel like what sports and playing games made me a competitor and made me to a person who I am now. I love spending time with my family. Even though I'm the baby of my family, and all of my brothers are actually not here. They live in Cheney, where they're going to Eastern Washington. My older brother lives in Seattle, and I cherish those moments when they come down, and I'm able to talk to them. In a way too, I love to draw, and here's one drawing that I'm very proud of to show. I like drawing sometimes, and I really like it, but that's just sometimes. But when I have the ability, I'll draw sometimes when I'm bored. What I want to accomplish in life is I want to get out of Sunnyside. I want to get my AA, go to university, get my bachelor's in criminal justice. Make my family proud, and that's what they always tell me. Get myself an education and do something with it, and that's what I want to do. I want to be an FBI agent. I want to join the the UFO sighting squad if there really is one. I mean, I feel like that's amazing. Like even if, maybe I don't really know what the pay is. Honestly, I'm going for, just for, I feel like I would love that type of job. And even though, in the FBI, you really can't say anything, but, it's whatever's, like that's going to be something that I'll be able to wake up and, I'll be excited to go to work. Uh, what are you most proud of? I believe I'm proud of to say that I have all my credits to graduate high school. I'm excited for that day. I know it's in a few months, and it's crazy to say that I'm already about to graduate. I'm proud of that. I'm proud to say that I'm healthy. Not a lot of people can really say that, especially these time periods. It's very hard, and like COVID and a lot of people getting sick. I'm glad that I'm healthy. I'm proud to have a job. I'm currently working at Stokes Burger Ranch right now, and I'm very excited to say that I have a job. It's very hard, especially being a 17-year-old, to find a job. So I'm excited that I have a job. I'm proud of my brothers. I'm proud that they got out of Sunnyside and doing something with their life. They're actually going to get an education and bettering their future. I'm proud to say that I have a lot ahead of me. This is barely my first chapter, and I'm about to finish my first chapter. I'm very excited to say that, and I have a lot ahead of me, and I'm very excited for that. So back to this football and how it represents me. I want to say this S first. This S represents around 8 years of my life. 8 years that I played football, and I know you're gonna say that's not really a lot of your life, but really the life that I had. This was the S represents 8 years of football. This ball right here represents the blood, sweat, and tears and the war that I went with my brothers. And, it's going to be hard to say that I had to back down from it. But you know what? This ball represents a lot, and it represents all of that. The word Sunnyside. The word Sunnyside represents the city that I came from and all the great memories I have in this city. It's going to be hard moving away to go to college, but you know what? When I look at this ball and see that Sunnyside, it's going to, remind me all of the amazing stuff that I did and accomplished in Sunnyside. The word Grizzly. The word Grizzly represents the fun and bad, amazing memories that I had at high school. When COVID hit, that was probably one of a bad moments of high school that I really never thought was ever going to happen. Just because, COVID hit, I still had amazing memories of high school. Not only that, but, it's just going to, when I look at this football, when it's hanging up, it's going to remind me a lot about it. And not only that, but when you feel the ball, it's rough and soft. And when I say, it's rough and soft, I feel like that this texture represents my personality. Like, I feel like, when it comes to, things, I could be very strong about things and, hold things in. And sometimes, like I said, it's soft too. I could be very, like, I guess, very, emotional at points too. And that's what the soft texture can represent as well. Which statements are most relevant to the self-concept or self-concept or self-esteem? As stated on page 8 of the Understanding Communications, I feel like I'm a sender. As stated on page 8, when it says a person that establishes things, I feel like that's me. Like, as for my friends, I feel like when it comes to, oh, we should do this, we should do that, I'm the person that, is the establisher, and, I'm the person that they go to, like, oh, we should do this, and, like, they ask me, like, oh, yeah, that'll be cool. And so I feel like I'm the establisher for my friends. And that can, like, represent my self-esteem, because I feel like I'm a sender. And my interpretation, I'm an interpretation and communicator. I feel like sometimes when I'm alone, I tend to talk to myself, but I feel like it helps me a lot, just because, like, when I'm down, I feel like I could look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, Raymond, what are you doing? What are you doing? You need to do this. And I feel like it helps me as a person just because, you know, it's hard for people to talk to themselves or, and I feel like that's a good thing for my self-esteem. And so for my self-concept on communicating was always communicating can, like, solve everything. I felt like, being able to communicate with the person was always something that you were able to, fix things for. But really, after reading, uh, stated on page 19 that communicating is neither good or bad itself. Rather its value comes from the way you use that. Well, the way you use it, and I feel like that sentence stuck with me because really my self concept always thought that, communicating with someone can always fix everything, but really it's not true. And I realized that because I understand that, in the past of friendships and stuff, communicating really never, helped a lot. So I understand, that self-concept more, and I can understand how that's a myth. Also stated on page 20, which, so, I disagree with it, that communicating is always better, and how it's labeled that it's a myth. But how can you say that? I mean, yes, it makes a good, point that not all communicating is good, but really I feel like communicating with the person, it neither if it's a good or bad outcome, communicating with someone at least establishes a closure, establishes a closure to a person, and communicating will help that. I mean, I know that's a self concept what the book says, but I still disagree about it. All in all, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you watching my video, and I hope, you're able to look at this football differently, and you have a wonderful day.